Former NFL player Antonio Brown is trying to establish himself as an artist. He was recently scheduled to perform in Boston at a nightclub in downtown Worcester, Whiskey on Water. After having more than a decade-long career playing football, why is the player looking at other employment opportunities? Could it be his meltdown in 2021, where he stormed off the field during a game against the New York Jets? Let's dive in. First and foremost, here's what we know about the event in Brown's musical career. Tom Matthews was the first to report that Brown was set to make an appearance at a nightclub in Massachusetts. The event was scheduled to take place on Thursday and begin at 8:30 p.m. According to the event's page, 3 tiers of the non-refundable tickets had already been sold out in the first few days of the announcement, leaving the $40 and $35 tiers behind. The wide receiver was to be featured along DJ Senses, DJ Juice, and DJ Trent. Quite the star lineup. It's interesting how Brown has already had a presence on Spotify, all the while one of his songs, Pit Not a Place, has over 1 million listens. He released a debut album, Paradigm, in April, which features an array of popular rappers such as Fivio Foreign, 42 Dugg, DaBaby, and Young Thug. While this may be recent development only, Antonio also garnered a ton of attention as he appeared at the Rolling Loud Music Festival, held in Miami this summer, and performed on day 1. Tweeting a picture of the event, the rapper said, "I'm not going to stop until I'm one of the biggest artists in the world." Could this mean that Brown doesn't think about the NFL anymore? It would surely seem like it. The receiver may have suggested this earlier in the offseason, though we couldn't count on it since he's notorious for changing his mind at the last second. As per comments received on his music, he sure has a long way to go to get to the top of one of the most competitive industries. A silver lining would be that Brown sure doesn't let haters or criticism get to him. Following up, how did the ex-NFL player's latest performance fare? Antonio was scheduled to perform at a nightclub in Massachusetts on Thursday, September 22nd. The star did make it to the state, but did not show up to perform. Vodkite, the spiked sports drink company, booked and funded Antonio's said performance. The CEO revealed that the ex-footballer reached Boston around 1:40 a.m. This was roughly an hour after the time of his scheduled performance at the nightclub. But what caused this delay? A post on Vodkite's Instagram was made on Thursday night. The now deleted post informed that the NFL player's flight was delayed 2 hours, which caused Brown to miss his performance. Vodkite booked Brown and his manager to stay at the Omni Boston Hotel at the Seaport, where both of them also met Abbott, the CEO of the Spike Sports Drink Company. Abbott said that as part of the contract, Brown's manager's stay at the hotel was also funded by his company. When the CEO asked for his deposit of $3,250 back, Brown responded with, "Hit my lawyer, fam." Pretty weird behavior from an artist that isn't even fully established, don't you think? According to Abbott, the second half of the booking was to be paid on arrival, which rounded the total cost to $6,500. The drink company sold around 253 tickets to the show, against the nightclub's capacity to house an audience of 280 people. With Brown's no-show, many people expressed frustration but were not surprised. Daikari, an attendee of the event, said that it hurt a lot. Another audience member, who was celebrating her 21st birthday that night, said that she went for her dad. She explained that she wanted to meet the NFL player for her dad, as he's a Steelers fan. Let's learn more about the NFL player's hiatus from the game. The last game that Brown played in the NFL was in 2021 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. His contract was terminated after a bizarre incident during a game against the New York Jets, where the player threw his gear into the crowd, took off his pads, jersey, and undershirt, and walked off the field wearing only his pants. The incident took place on January 6th and brought a crashing halt to his NFL career. What one can assume happened during the match was Brown taking offense to Bruce Arians, the Buccaneers coach at the time. Though he was later released, he is yet to be signed with another NFL team again. Despite pursuing his music career at the moment, he has on and off commented on how he would like to continue his football career. "It's my passion. It's what I do," Antonio said, and elaborated. "Every year is a fresh start, a new year. I still like to get in shape. I still like to compete. I'm just getting started." The player has spent 12 seasons in the National Football League. He has made 4 All-Pro teams and 7 Pro Bowls, and even helped the Buccaneers and Tom Brady claim Super Bowl 55. In his second NFL season, Brown also became the first player in the league's history to have more than 1,000 yards of returning and receiving in the same year. Consequently, he was chosen as a punt returner for the Pro Bowl in 2012. He also joined the New England Patriots for a single game in 2019, but was released only 11 days after joining. The reason for the release was an alleged claim of him raping a woman and sending a threatening text message to another. The second woman had also accused Brown of sexual harassment. In other news, DaBaby claims to have slept with Megan Thee Stallion. The controversial rapper claims to have had sex with the Grammy Award winner Megan Thee Stallion on his new track, Boogeyman. Jonathan Lindale Kirk, popularly known as DaBaby, released a new album recently on which a certain track has caught a lot of attention. In the opening lyrics of Boogeyman, the 30-year-old rapper claims to have slept with Megan numerous times before she was allegedly shot in the foot by her friend Tory Lanez. DaBaby has a no-holds-barred approach to describing his alleged risque escapades with the Grammy Award-winning rapper. He starts off by calling her childish and says that before Megan said that Tory Lanez shot her, he was effing on Megan Thee Stallion. Yikes. Both rappers have previously worked together on multiple tracks, and Megan has even featured on DaBaby's song, Nasty. While news sources have reached out to Megan for a comment, the rapper, who is scheduled to perform and host Saturday Night Live in October, has yet to respond to DaBaby's claims. The internet had to weigh in on the issue, and of course, sided with the WAP star. Some Twitter users wrote that DaBaby is only using Megan's name to sell more music, since he isn't very popular anymore. What's more, another day, another DaBaby concert canceled. The controversial rapper was scheduled to perform at the Smoothie King Arena in New Orleans earlier in September, but had to cancel the show. The stadium can easily accommodate 14,000 people, but DaBaby could only manage to sell a meager 500. The ticket price had also been reduced and was available for $35, yet the rapper could only manage measly sales. There's a lesson in here somewhere about being homophobic and karma coming for you. Along with DaBaby, Greg Pulver and rapper UL 7th Ward Short Sylvester were seen promoting the concert. The show was going to be opened by Sylvester. When asked about the cancellation, Pulver said that they were looking at the possibility of adding more performers and working on a future date. Furthermore, DaBaby will probably return to the lineup too. Pulver also said that they had to make the cancellation for various business reasons, and clarified that it was in everyone's best interest to postpone the show. DaBaby's controversy started in 2021, when during a performance at the Rolling Loud Miami Festival, the rapper made a slew of homophobic comments. He time and again defended his stance, but later apologized for only some of what he said. And finally, what exactly transpired between the Buccaneers coach and Brown in 2021? Antonio Brown, though one of the greatest wide receivers of all time, also has a track record of multiple controversies, from sexual harassment scandals to being suspended for misrepresenting his vaccination status. It seems as if he's a magnet for controversy. In 2021, when Brown walked off the field in rage, he explained that he had an ankle injury and informed the coach and training staff days before the on-field incident. Finally, on game day, he claims that the pain was unbearable for him to play anymore. In Brown's words, the coach said, "Yo, get the f*** out of here. You're done." While this may be Brown's account, the coach contradicts it by saying that he wasn't aware that Brown was hurt and that he was angry about something else. Who do you think speaks the truth in this case of he said versus he said? Let us know in the comments below. Well, folks, that'll be all from our end. Want to know more about the latest sports and music industry controversies and news? Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. See you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.